I'm Webmaster T for the SedaliaNewsJournal.com, and I'm on the phone with one of the most amazing and talented rock and metal gurus of this century. He was a member of the 80s heavy metal bands Dokken and Dio. Dokken put out an astounding 9 CDs with some of the most amazing lyrics you're ever going to hear. I know he pumped out at least another 3Ds with Dio before producing yet another CD under the name of Jeff Pilson. Then came his work in the band War and Peace. He put 3 more CDs under his belt before landing his latest gig as the bass player and vocals with the legendary rock band Foreigner. I'm sure you've guessed it by now. I'm on the phone with the one and only Mr. Jeff Pilson. Jeff, how are you doing out there on the road?
Boy, after that intro, I'm feeling high as a kite.
Where are you at right now, Jeff?
I'm in New York.
Oh, I was of the understanding you guys were just in California the other day.
We were the other day, but they invented these things called airplanes that get you across the country really fast.
Oh, I see. Well, Jeff...
we're here doing some promo. We did the Today show yesterday. We're doing A&E studio sessions tomorrow, and then Saturday we're doing the CBS weekend show or early show, whatever it's called. So yeah, we could promo here in New York, and then we're going to head back out on the road, and I guess we're going to be seeing you guys on the 12th.
And we're looking forward to it.
So are we.
I've discovered that the media has been all over you for a while, and I found a lot of information on you on the internet. All you got to do is put in your name and you're just all over the place. But there's one thing I couldn't find. It appears, by going back through all that information on the internet, it looks like you came out of the womb playing a guitar. When and how did it all start for you? At what age did you first touch a guitar?
Well, I started actually playing bass, and I was 12 when I started playing bass. Some kids approached me on the playground. They heard me. I was singing this song. Actually, do you remember the song, Love Grows Where My Rosemary Goes?
Oh, yes.
I was singing that on the playground, and these guys came up and said, "Hey, we want you in our band. Can you play bass?" I said, "Sure." You know, I'd never played one before, and they go, "Yeah, Eddie Ryan's got one on sale. He's got a bass and an amp on sale for $35. I was like, "Okay, cool." And I had my paper out at the time, so I worked up and I saved up the money and I bought my first bass and amp, and then just fell in love with it over time and worked real hard at it, and it became a great thing.
Thank God for Eddie Ryan.
Yeah.
Now, you were born in Lake Forest, Illinois. That is a town that's nearly the exact same size and population as right here in Sedalia, Missouri.
Oh, really?
Is that where you were raised? Is that where the first band started?
Actually, we didn't even live in Lake Forest. I just say that because it's a nice town. We were living in a place called Libertyville, Illinois, and we only lived there the first year of my life, and then my father worked in the railroad, so we got transferred around a lot. So I don't really have any one place that I call. I mean, I was born in Chicago, but I spent a lot of time in Milwaukee, and we actually lived in New York for a while, and so I'm kind of a mutt.
I see. Now, I promise you I will get to Foreigner here in just a second, but I want to ask you about your own songwriting. Does it continue? Will it continue? Will it ever get back, will rock and roll ever get back to the kind of thoughtful lyrics that you produce?
That I can't answer. I think there's a lot of great lyrics out there, and you have to dig for them a little bit. But I think with the internet age, you're going to find more and more people finding their niche and finding ways of getting it out there. Do I write? Of course I do. I write all the time. It's a big part of my daily regimen. Actually, I bring a little studio on the road. at
Right,
the same time.
right.
And I think we're ready for one of those.
I completely agree. You know, I was going to ask you the cheesy question of through all these years, how has rock has changed? But let's scratch that. I want to ask you, through all the years that you've been playing, how have you changed?